Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. The story of Homefront is basically Korea taking over America, and it's actually done in a pretty good and believable way, and not some bullshit where they just invade us and somehow we don't have any army to fight back. I won't spoil it for you, but basically they come over, taking us over, beating the shit out of us, and we're basically a small rebel army going against them and slowly diminishing their forces and somehow counteracting their invasion. So overall, the story is actually a pretty interesting idea and works, and that's because the voice acting for the most part is pretty good and believable. So it makes the story interesting, and at the same time it also has very good characters. Saying all that good thing, there's some really weak dialogue in the game. It makes you question who the fuck wrote this script sometimes. Like, it goes from good to great moments to why did that character scream that or say that? And then the ending is just absolutely terrible in my opinion. I know it leaves it off and it could be a cliffhanger or downloadable content, but overall the ending is just very disappointing compared to the rest of the story for the game.
Hey! Help me out here. We're fighting the same war.
Hey, you know, I'll tell you what. I'll take the bitch and Scarface hiding over there, and you can walk away without a bullet in you.
I think you're getting the bad end of that deal.
For the most part, the graphics are basically a mixed bag. At points, there's these set pieces that show off the graphics, and sometimes the graphics look absolutely awesome. Like explosions in the sky, buildings falling, cars flipping over. It looks great.
Run! Jacob! Brianna! Can you hear me? Right! Move! Where did the second round land? Guys! Can you hear me? Is everything okay?
And there really is some great animations for the enemies rolling, dodging bullets, and all that stuff. But at the same time, the character models definitely can use some work, and definitely the textures can use an upgrade of 2011 and not 2006 or 7 or maybe 2008, about 2008. At the same time, you also got these bugs that make the characters look a little silly, like getting stuck in the wall and going back and forth, and stuff like that makes it look stupid, but that's just a little low budget on the side. Overall, the graphics are pretty good, but definitely can use an upgrade, and they're definitely not AAA status. The gameplay is very standard. You basically get a gun, you aim, you shoot people. Not much to go. I mean, there's some cool stuff like getting to use Goliath, which is basically you get to control where this huge machine creature can shoot missiles and annihilate anything that you target, which is a cool feature and everything. But the majority of the game is basically standard. Shoot with a machine gun, shoot with a sniper, pistol, shotgun, so on, you get it. It's very regular. And to be honest, the aiming and everything and the weapons all feel good, and that's definitely a positive when it comes to a lower budget shooter. And I think the set pieces are some of the best around, especially Chapter 3 and some of 2. Definitely did a great job with the set pieces. They start to lose at the end, but overall there's some really cool set pieces that definitely I'm going to give credit for. At the same time, nothing feels really special about the game, and it feels just generic shooter. It's done well enough where it doesn't frustrate you. At the same time, it just doesn't try anything new. And it would be unfair to me to say that it does when these other shooters that I've been giving scores of just being a good game or sometimes great. Same thing here. It has some really cool moments and it does work fine, but again, it's generic shooting. They really didn't do much. And I feel that the guns are basically hit and miss. There's some really cool guns, then there's some shit guns that you really don't understand why they created and put into this game. So overall, it's a standard shooter, and it could be fun, but again, for anybody who's played shooters and they're tired of it, this shooter's not going to change your mind.
Warpath, enemy T-99.
so it's pretty obvious with this review that you're getting the idea that it is a fun and exciting single player as far as the story goes. And there's some really cool set pieces, and the graphics sometimes can be really good. And with that, I actually really did enjoy Homefront, and even the multiplayer is decent. It's not bad, it'll make you come back. You know, they got the whole rank up system from Halo and Call of Duty, so you definitely have that to have fun with on multiplayer. On the flip side, it is a generic shooter like I stated before, and it won't change your mind to make shooters the greatest thing ever. And the campaign is literally about 3 to 4 hours, and that's really bad if you're just playing the single player. This game is definitely more of a rent type game. But if you want to enjoy an interesting story and definitely some cool set pieces, try the game out. If you like the online, hell, you might even buy the game and enjoy it. But anybody who's not really into shooters, you're probably just going to pass on this game. It doesn't do anything too special, and it's definitely just another good shooter with some great moments, but just doesn't live up to its potential.